bipartisan effort to limit presidential tariff authority. Today we're talking tariffs. But wait, don't yawn just yet. Because this story, it's about money, power, and how one man's decisions can raise your grocery bill or crush your small business. Let's talk about this new bipartisan push in Congress to limit the president's power to slap tariffs on other countries. Yeah, even if that president is Trump. What's actually happening? So here's the tea. Right now, the president of the United States has a lot of power when it comes to putting tariffs, basically taxes, on stuff we import from other countries. They don't need to ask Congress. They don't need to debate it. They just sign a paper and boom, prices change. That's what Trump did this week. He announced a 10% across-the-board tariff on all imports into the U.S., and even higher ones for certain countries like China, Canada, and Vietnam. And y'all know what that means, right? Your groceries are going up, electronics going up, stuff from Walmart or Amazon, you guessed it, going up. So why is Congress mad about it? Turns out even folks in Congress, both Republicans and Democrats, are starting to say, hold up, this ain't right. Senator Chuck Grassley, a Republican from Iowa, and Senator Maria Cantwell, a Democrat from Washington, just introduced something called the Trade Review Act. Now, don't let the name scare you. Here's what it really means. They want Congress to have a say before any president, Democrat or Republican, can throw down new tariffs. They're basically saying, we represent the people. We should have a vote before you tax the people. And honestly, that makes sense. Why should you care? Fam, this ain't just politics. This is your pocket. Because when these tariffs go into effect, companies don't just eat the cost. They pass it on to you. Let's say your kid's bike is made in Canada, or the coffee you love comes from Colombia. If it's hit with a tariff, that price tag jumps. Now imagine that across everything you buy, it's like an invisible tax that nobody voted on and nobody asked for. That's why this new bill matters. It's Congress saying, nah, you can't keep doing this without checking in with us. And by extension, the American people. What happens next? Well, the bill's just been introduced, so it still has to go through a vote. And you know how slow Congress can be. But the fact that both parties are backing it is a big deal. It means that people are finally paying attention to how trade wars and tariffs affect real folks like you and me. And let's be real, whether you love Trump or hate him, no president should have unchecked power when it comes to your wallet. So now you're in the know. Congress wants to check the president's power on tariffs, because what sounds like a trade policy is actually a pocketbook policy for the people. If you felt this breakdown helped you understand what's going on, drop a comment and tell us, do you think the president should have that kind of power without Congress? And don't forget, like, subscribe, hit that bell, because we're going to keep unpacking political stories in a way that makes sense for real people living real life. Stay aware, stay informed, and stay loud. Peace out, fam.